The Briton who remains in demand in NBA at 74, Alex McKechnie chuckles at the leap of faith he took when he packed up almost all his belongings in Glasgow and booked a one-way flight to Vancouver, Canada on 7th September 1974. "I had $300 in my pocket," he recounts, "and no job." At that point, it might have been hard for the newly qualified physiotherapist to imagine he would one day be telling basketball great Shaquille O'Neal, with his full entourage in tow, to wait his turn to see him. Or that an idea he had when looking at a children's playground would spark a novel way to improve recovery from knee injuries. His pioneering methods would make him one of sport's most sought-after physios, and even earn him a small slice of British sporting history, as the only Briton to win an NBA championship ring as either a player or member of the sideline staff. He has now won 6, and at the age of 74, the man credited with bringing players back from career-threatening injuries is still very much in demand. Darting with a football in his youth around the mean Scottish streets of Easterhouse, at the time the centre of Glasgow's notorious ganglands, McKechnie dreamed of playing for Rangers, but a car crash that injured his father and brother provided his introduction to a different career path. Watching them recover steadily fascinated a young McKechnie. It persuaded him to study physiotherapy at a technical college in Leeds before heading to North America in search of a job. Within a week, he secured a temporary role at a hospital, and within a month, he was working at a university with athletes from many sports. It sparked a fascination with an area of sports science that was under-researched: anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, injuries. When he first started practicing, there was no surgery that offered a certain cure. "It was basically an ACL tear, and your career was basically over," says McKechnie. Working with athletes, he started to notice a link between cruciate injuries, core strength, and pelvic control, and so devised a rehabilitation process based on this. He got his patients to wear elastic bands, which simulated resistance, while doing a series of exercises that would strengthen their core. This approach is now common, but back then it was innovative. His next eureka moment came while walking his dog through a park in which children were rocking on spring-mounted horses. It sowed the seed for the idea of a wobble board, which could heighten core strength through muscle movement, training the body to learn healthy patterns which promote overall stability. The first prototype was built with a large engineering spring, and Reebok subsequently licensed the idea in 1999, turning it into a mass-market product sold worldwide. Word was already spreading about the physio who was piloting new approaches and saving careers. In 1997, when LA Lakers star O'Neal, then the most dominant center in the NBA, sustained a strained abdominal muscle and was facing surgery that would sideline him for up to 10 months, the Grapevine proposed a guru 1,200 miles up the Pacific coast. McKechnie had treated Anaheim Ducks ice hockey player Paul Kariya for a similar issue without him needing to go under the knife, and the Lakers liked the sound of that. The plea for assistance from the Lakers' legendary general manager Jerry West altered the Scotsman's trajectory in an instant. O'Neal, their prize asset, was dispatched to McKechnie's clinic in Vancouver for an expert opinion. Patience, it transpired, was not O'Neal's virtue. "I get this call from the limo driver, from his security people, saying we're coming," recalls McKechnie. "I go, sorry, I can't see you until 1:30. They go, we'd like to come now. I said, you have to sit and wait. I've got people here I'm working with. I can't just walk away. They hung up. 1:30 came and went. O'Neal's party had pivoted and flown back to Los Angeles. The next day, LA Lakers orthopedic surgeon Steve Lombardo rang McKechnie to apologize and asked if he would see O'Neal the following week and whether he would come into downtown Vancouver for the consultation. The response was terse. "No, Shaq can see me at my clinic. End of story." It turned out they felt it was worth the effort. In comes Shaquille with bodyguards, friends, coaches, trainers. "I was just inundated with people," says McKechnie. "The big fella came in and we sat down. I'm thinking this could go any way, in any direction at this point." The big CoreX treatment program, based on ensuring alignment between muscles in different parts of the body, was unconventional at the time, but it worked wonders. O'Neal was soon back in action for the Lakers without having surgery. "He brought me back," the grateful O'Neal said. "I was dead, and he brought me back." A mere 4 days after the initial consultation, McKechnie was flown to Los Angeles and a pitch delivered to retain his exclusive use throughout the demanding NBA season. Accepting the job offer meant a change of pace, but all areas access within one of global sport's most famous and glamorous clubs.